Hey, what is going on, AI mates? Welcome to AI Mate Live every single Thursday, but this week on Friday because I have been gone and enjoying my life as a free entrepreneur, automating my life, having the freedom that I want. And so, for the last couple of days, I was in Krabi with a couple of friends, and I want to show you how that looked like. And also, we're going to talk a lot about a lot of stuff today, including that members are cooking and we have winners. We have a bunch of people seeing results from the AI avatars, which is super, super sick. I'll show you some results in a minute. And we're going to talk about the number one question that people have in AI automation. So there are some, maybe if you're experienced, maybe you have heard these questions said before, and you maybe have your own opinion on them. And so I can also give my opinion on them, and maybe we can rub together and maybe get the correct answer to the question. Or if you're a completely beginner, maybe you're just trying to find an answer to one of these questions, and there are a bunch that we're going to go through in this video here. So a lot of really, really cool stuff. So yeah, let's just get into the AI Mate Live here. The first thing we're gonna start with is I want to show you what I've been doing. So over the last 3 days, I was with a couple of friends in Krabi enjoying the freedom. And I don't know about you, but maybe you want freedom as well. There's a bunch of people that want to start their own business, move to Thailand, live a good lifestyle that isn't like the normal 9 to 5, the normal structured everyday job, um, live in the same place type of lifestyle. And I've actually been a digital nomad for probably about 7 years or so. By now, successfully making money. I mean, probably about 6 years or something like that. Um, and I completely love it. And the reason I love it is because I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can spend money on experiences, which is the thing that I care about the most to spend money on. Like I don't really care too much about materialistic stuff. I don't really want a house that much or a car, not an expensive watch. Um, so maybe you are thinking the same as well. Like you live a frugal life. You just want enough to have some freedom, something that, you know, there that you have some also, self agency, that you're able to do what you want, basically. And you can do what you want and you're able to do what you want in that context, if you know what I mean. And I think that's one of the cool things about traveling as well, especially if you have never traveled solo before. Um, you get so many of these check boxes checked off, like travel alone at the airport, trying to find food alone, going to the restaurant alone. Like many people haven't gone to a restaurant alone, and all these other things that I find that a lot of people that are into entrepreneurship also are all into this freedom type thing, and as well as into body and health and that type of thing as well. And the last thing is like relationships, how to get a girlfriend, how to do dating and stuff like that. And so, yeah, freedom is really why I care about money at all. I don't care about money in the sense of like I just want a ton of it. I just want enough to be able to travel, really. so, so right now, yeah, everything is chilling. I'm living in Bangkok, enjoying my time here in the 15th floor, overlooking the beautiful Bangkok. It's not the skyline. I don't really see the skyline, but I see basically the entirety of. I don't know if you guys even seen this before, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Can I show you? Let me show you. Oh, oh, can we do this? Can I get a hallelujah in the chat? Yeah, that's in focus. Thank you so much for being in focus. And also, probably shouldn't be sharing my screen while I'm also showing you this. And there's some sort of blur filter where you can kind of see what's going on. Um, and I just really love it here. And so that's like kind of my motivation. And maybe you have your own motivations as well, because I know that there are many people that are family life. Some people, they are all family life, and I highly no, I don't highly envy it, but it's kind of like a second life that I'm not living. My brother, he's living the family life. He just got two kids and he got a beautiful girlfriend, soon to be wife. And for me, I don't really care about that stuff. I'm not really sure if I'm going to get babies, or we'll see what life has in store for me in the future. Anyways, going on a mega tangent right off the rip. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about freedom for a little bit, because at the end of the day, do you want money or do you want freedom? Right? Because like that's what I want. I want the freedom to do whatever I want whenever I want. And with that being said, now I've hyped it up so much that it's never going to look as good as um, you think that it might be. It's not gonna look as good as I hyped it up to be now. But anyways, let's take a look at the story here, and I'll share some sound as well. Got so the So that's basically it. I have so much more as well. Like we went kayaking, um, obviously on the beach, but we went to four different beaches. We went to like a chicken island. We went snorkeling, which was so sick. There were so many fish. There was a coral around there, like massive, um, marine life, and it was just incredible. I did see that there is a Zoom user coming in. I don't see any name or anything, but if you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. So yeah, that is what I have been doing. Thanks for asking. And now let's jump into the next part, which is the users or members, the AI made communities, the AI maters have been cooking. And you guys know that there was a $100 giveaway, right? Last time we talked about the $100 giveaway, and that was originally won by the wonderful and illustrious Marcus Lamb. But so Marcus Lamb here at the leaderboard, as you can see, always on top of it, fantastic member, and he was a deserving member of. He was a deserving winner. However, he didn't make the avatar to win the money. He made the avatar because that is what he wanted to do. And when I said, "Hey, how can I send you the $100?" he said to me, "You know what? Give it to the next one." Or he didn't say give it to the next one, but hey, I should pay you um, money for this. Thank you so much. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna double it and I'm gonna give it to the next one. So the next person, and I talked about that last live. So as you can see here, I'll give you $200. And so it worked. We got more people making the automations, specifically the X videos. And that automation is, of course, inside of the classroom here, the Vibe Creator 2.0 and the Content Mate AI Avatar X videos. This is the one that people are cooking with. And so over the last 2 or 3 days, we have gotten a winner, and it is Dominic Gabor. Hey Andy, I've followed the steps as shown in the AI avatar course with the XA automation and got 1,600 views on one of the videos after 2 days. Thank you for your help. And yeah, the video is exactly what I've been showing you guys. for the couple of last lives and obviously what all of this is about. And I'm so, so, so happy that you guys are able to download it, set it up, run it almost completely on autopilot, and get views. To me, it's just insane. And I want to make more of these. I want to make them better for you guys. And because obviously now more people have set them up, more people have gotten results as well. So Momo is a very active community member, and we're sending messages back and forth all the time because I'm actually still not sure if it is a girl or a boy, but I'm gonna say it is a they. They are currently they. Okay, they got 1,076 views the last 48 hours. That means at least, or depending on how many posts, of course, that is really, really good results. And this cannot have happened. I don't think that this happened over a long time. I think it just happened, boom. Posting a couple of videos with the automation, then fixing it, tweaking it a little bit, making it all correct, and then bang, maybe 500 views per video or something like that. I asked for the channel as well. But again, the community is cooking. And that brings us to another part. Last live, I was talking about the social media analytics mate, which is basically called Analytics Mate. So last live, as you can see, Analytics Mate, I talked a little bit about it, and it's essentially this here. That is a Airtable dashboard that has an interface, and because I've been gone, I haven't updated it, but everything is working correctly. If I go into edit pages, as you can see, we get, or no, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to go here. So here you can see this is a dashboard where you have like habit tracking. You have how many YouTube views you got. You have how much sleep score you got, active energy, steps, kilograms for YouTube main channel, how many views you get. And the key component was really that I wanted this to be an always on dashboard that I can put on the wall, and that there should be one number that I want to grow, because everybody like number go up. Okay, I don't know anybody that doesn't like number go up. All right, especially I don't know about the girls, but I know that man, there are entire gaming genres called idle games or incremental games or clicker games where the entire game is literally see the gold or the money or the cash go up. And as a man, I just sit there and go, yeah. I just go, yeah, man, that's cool. And I click on an upgrade, I click upgrade, and then all of a sudden I get better lumber harvesting. can, can you see the comparison? Huh? Sam, having too much fun with this one. So here is basically the dashboard, and so you understand that many people are, you've seen idle games before, right? So then that means, and yeah, if there is a Zoom user, if the Zoom user has any questions, like please drop it in the chat, or else just hang out here and enjoy. And that brings me to Mr. Mike, our previous automation builder that a lot of you guys know. He said in the comment, cool idea with the social media analytics. I'm actually building something similar for a client right now. And this is so cool because this means that clients pay for this. So if you think about this right now, and I know that Mike, he doesn't do like very cheap work. Like he does, it must, I think at least it must be over $500 for him to even care. I don't know how big the project is right here, but I can assume it's something around $700. If Mike sees this and you want to be transparent, like tell me. But let's say for ease, just for ease, that this is $800. Okay, that means that once Analytics Mate is finished, which it's not, is going to be the next video I make, which is going to come out in about 2 weeks, I think. Um, uh, if you download that and if you set that up for yourself, or you don't even have to set it up for yourself, you could, connect a lot of stuff for it, but it literally means that you can get Analytics Mate. You can download it, download all the blueprints, and then literally install it for somebody else. Isn't that crazy? And that goes for a lot of the automations that we have in here. So obviously, Presentify. Obviously, the number one that I love the most is Social Scraper, and a lot of you guys love Social Scraper as well. If you don't know what it does, it scrapes any social media, and you can get, like, just put an account name in there, and you just scrapes all their tweets or something like that, for all the social media. I love this one, and a lot of people would pay to get this set up. The same with the X videos AI clone as well. I believe that you can start selling that to other people as well, as long as you get, a couple seconds of footage of their face and things like that, and start making content for them or setting that up for them. The same exact thing goes for now, the next one, which is going to be Analytics Mate. And really, what I want to talk about specifically is that it's not necessarily always about you downloading it and you using it, but you can think about it from the frame of all of the ones inside here. You can start setting up for other people. That's kind of a framing that I really want to start embracing, because I'm spending so much time making these automations. And what I really care about for the long term is that people actually use them, right? If I make them and I've spent like 2 months creating the AI clone, right? So it took me 2 months to make it. And then what I want more than actually me using it is for everybody to start using it. Um, and then for everybody to start sharing it, right? And so once we get that, once we get more automations inside of here, and once maybe some of you guys are going to set this up on your own, or you're going to start selling them to other people, it's nice to see that there is evidence of people paying for this. So, with all that being said, it's amazing to see that the community is cooking. We are absolutely hammering it in, and these are the best results that we have seen in on social media for these types of channels for a while. So it's only going to go up from here. Like, we're just at the tip of the iceberg, or at the very, very bottom of the mountain. We have so much more to go. In the next 6 months, you guys are going to see all of it. And I'm so excited to, well, I'm going to be cooking, like, I've been chilling, but now I'm going to be cooking hard, baby. Whoa, it's going to go crazy. So I'm very, very grateful for you being here, and also for you guys taking action, and going along with me on the journey. I'm very grateful for you being here, all of you. All right. That was the 2 things or 3 things that I wanted to get through. Kind of sell the. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking about copyright or something like that, because a lot of you also, like, I've been on a couple of calls and stuff now, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, is it like can I download your blueprint and then can I sell them to other people?" And I'm like, "Yes, 100% take it and use it as if it was your own." That's like that's all I want. I don't really want to have any limits on it. I don't really want to have any copyright where you're not allowed to do that or anything like that. I literally think if you want to make your own Skool community, this is dumb though, don't do this, but technically you could make your own community and then take every single classroom, every single lesson, every single thing that is inside of school, and you can share it freely. So I don't want to gatekeep anything. Um, I don't want to gatekeep any blueprints. Um, you are free to share anything that you find inside here. You're free to sell it. Even if you find out some way that you can sell, my videos or something like that. Like you can sell anything inside. I really think about like we talked about freedom earlier. Like I want everything to be transparent. I don't want to gatekeep anything. So yeah, anyways. Members are cooking, sell the automations, and freedom. Like, think a little bit about why you're doing this, because for me, it's so clear. I want freedom. I want to travel. I want to have crazy experiences. And that's really why I'm doing this. And this is like a motivation that I got like 10 years ago, where I was so stuck up with the normal everyday life that was just so boring. Um, and I snapped out of it. I just said, you know what? I'm going to make money online so I can travel the world again. That was my main phrase. I'm going to make money online so I can travel the world. I'm going to make money online to travel the world. That's literally what I said in my head every single day. All right. Sweet. Now over to some questions. So um, I wanted to, and let me just start some music up. So with the questions here, what I actually did was I asked ChatGPT about some questions that normal people that start NAN, they start automation, what would they start to ask? And where's like the number one question that they have in AI automation, like beginners and also some business and client focused questions. I looked through basically half the questions, and they all looked pretty decent. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to go with it. Even though I might not have the answer to the question, I'm going to try to answer it as best as I can and give you guys the best I can. So let's try to start here right now. So the first question is, how do I know if my task can be automated with AI or if it still needs a human? So first of all, how do I know if a task can be automated by AI? Well, the first one is, and I have a course on this, and I'm not going to make every question very long. I'm going to basically give an answer in the shortest form possible. Can a human do it? Does it have an API? So those are basically the two answers to the questions. It's like, have you done this? Like, how do I know if a task can be automated? Have you done this with AI before? That's a great question to understand. For example, has ChatGPT written your emails before? Yes. Well, then it can definitely be automated. Have you used any automation to move numbers around from maybe one software to another software, or from Notion to Gmail or Gmail to Notion? Like, have you done that before? Well, if a human can do it, probably an AI can do it as well. And the last thing is, does it have an API? If it doesn't have an API, it's going to be quite hard to actually get it. But there's also API/MCP server. So that is the answer to that one. The answer to, and by the way, if you are like an expert on AI or automation, or if you have a different view on these, I would love if you can comment down below and we can get different opinions about this. Can I make NAN read my emails, decide what's important, and reply automatically? So yes and no. Can I make NAN read my emails? Yes. So number one, yes. Number two, decide what's important. Yes, because you can do like audience, you can do like a segment. What is it? There's a term for it, but segmentation. So essentially, if it's about this thing, put it in important. If it's about this thing, put it in another bucket. So you can send it into 4 different buckets, for example. Very important part of automation. and then reply automatically? Yes, 100% as well. So if that is, for example, a customer support email, you could get it to read your knowledge base and then reply. And I don't think that you should do reply automatically unless you have like a tag, hey, this was completely automated by AI in the bottom. I think that majority of people should do draft. So it categorizes itself, but we get a draft. And then like the human is actually the one that is checks it off and sees, okay, yeah, the draft is fine. And so it's like laying inside of Gmail. So like if you open your Gmail account, it should be like you have gotten the email, but you also have the email reply in there as a draft. So you can just see, oh, is this good? Yeah, let me send it. So you could do that in every single morning, for example. You can just click on send instead of writing completely new emails every single day, right? So that's a huge game changer if you haven't done that yet. The next one here is, how do I stop my AI output from being inconsistent? It gives different answers every run. All right, very interesting. So this is of course, to me, I have the answer that I have, which is templatize it. Templatize it. So, for example, in a VO3 video that I made a template that is the exact same every single time. And it goes kind of like this. I can't remember the exact template, but it's always something similar like this, like camera. Or actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer to my own school community because I did this before, but I actually don't remember it. So I'm going to use the 10x AI prompts. And here, as you can see, best AI video generation prompts has camera, object, action, background, and style. So an example of this is a slow zoom in on Norwegian man drinking coffee. So you see here, I'm just going to go make it super easy for you. This is the camera angle or what's happening. This is the object that we want to focus on. This is the action the object is doing. This is the background that we're seeing in the photo, if you can visualize it. And this is the illustration style. So this could be like in manga style or in Ghibli style or in Pixar style or Disney style or whatever. If you keep the same thing, it's going to be way more consistent throughout because, you know, if you have all of them included, it makes a big difference compared to if you like have a really long prompt and then like a really short prompt. You get what I mean? So templatizing it and making a framework around it is really where stuff starts to shine and you get the consistency. So I'm just going to copy this one actually. This is obviously for video generation, but if it was for anything else, you would just make up a template that is like, okay, I'm going to have this, this, and this should happen every single time. Okay. There are a couple of more answers to this though. And I'm going to do one more answer, and that is you can do like an assistant or the give examples of output. Okay, so this is another one. Give examples of output. So if you give 5 examples that you love, that you think are great, you can give examples to ChatGPT, for example, and then it will do a lot better. We've done some training on assistants in the past, and that's where you can kind of give them the output that you're looking for. And when you do that, it gets really, really consistent. So that's what I wanted to share on that one. I think there are more answers to that question as well, but hey. The next one is, can NAN pull data from a Google Sheet, summarize it, and send me a daily report? And the answer to this question is obviously yes. Answer is yes. So Google Sheet, you would just have a node that has Google Sheet that summarizes it, So summary would be to ChatGPT. Probably it depends a little bit on how many lines that you have, but yeah, I think you could definitely do it in ChatGPT. So it would be something like this: schedule trigger every day at 8 a.m. Then search Google Sheet. Give me all records, and then you go into ChatGPT. You say analyze, and then you send daily report. That could be Gmail, right? And you could also make like a PDF. So you could make maybe you want to make a Gmail, or you can make like a PDF that looks like a Google Word or Google Docs, just like this one. And sometimes I actually recommend using Google Docs instead of email, and then putting the PDF inside of Gmail as an attachment. So can you pull the data from Google Sheets, summarize it, and send it a daily report? Yes, 100%. Next, you have the question, what's the simplest way to make an AI chatbot that answers questions about my documents? So this word here, AI chatbot, and of course there are so many different ways to answer this question. AI chatbot. So first, let's define an AI chatbot. So definition, to me at least, is in the bottom right corner. So that bottom right corner of your website. So we both on the same page there. Bottom right corner of your website. And for the answer to this, I would probably go with the 11 Labs chatbot. So you can see here, there's a conversational AI platform for real engagement. So how it looks like is in the bottom of your website right here is you can either send a message with text that many people are going to send a text, but of course 11 Labs is one of the best AI voice generators. So that means that you can call it directly, which can increase your conversions by a ton, right? And we got another person joining into the live here as well. But yeah, you can chat with it like a phone assistant, right? So that's a huge thing. If you don't have that included, and it's only text.
Not sure if my sound is working.
Sorry, Sasha. I'm just gonna mute you real quick. I'm just gonna mute you real quick here, Sasha. If you have a question, please drop it in the chat, and I'll stay at the end too if you have any questions that you want to be on, a call as well. But I'm just gonna keep going. We're doing like a little segment here. But yeah, if you have a question, please drop it in the chat. No, I'm sharing the different one. Hold on here. Let's go. Yeah, so the answer to the question, what the simplest way to make an AI chatbot that answers questions about my documents, I think that is the 11labs.io. Highly recommended, especially because you can chat with it with a phone. So it turns into an AI assistant kind of on the phone, and then you can, some of the other ones don't have that included at all. So that's just the next level that you obviously want that included if you're going to make a chatbot. But there could be a lot of different answers to this one. So that's the best one I have. How do I get NNN to scrape content for social media and batch it into ideas? Hey, that is a really good one. So for scraping content on social media and batch it into ideas, it is definitely the answer, Social Scraper, that I have created here in the classroom. You can find it in the Vibe Creator 2.0. This was my first completely legit AI automation that I was like, wow, this one is fantastic. And so I made it in Make, and now we have it in NA as well. and it basically gives you all different types of scraping of social media posts. And what we're using to do it with is Apify. So apify.com. Here you can see that you can scrape TikTok, you can scrape Google Maps, Instagram, Amazon. We just have a bunch of people do LinkedIn. There's so many different things that you guys want to do. Yeah, we had a dude that did Google Maps, that he scraped his entire local area for like dentists or something like that. And then he got all the emails from the dentist. And then now he's trying to sell automations to them, all in his city, which I was like, bro, that's exactly what to do. My favorite one is the X scraper. So you're all familiar with the last one that I did in the classroom, the Vibe Creator 2.0, the Content Made X videos. This is using, of course, X, and you can download the videos with it. You can scrape as many posts as you want from any creator, and it's just absolutely incredible. So highly recommend Social Scraper 1.5 and Apify. If you want to go Apify from the beginning, of course, you can start creating it yourself, but we already did all the work, so you can just download Social Scraper, fix it up, and yeah, you should be good to go to get all of that. The next one is, can I automate sending personalized messages to leads without sounding robotic? This one is really not my expertise, but I asked my sponsorship manager, Sergi, for this about a couple of lives ago when I was making a little course on how to actually get leads. And yes, you can automate sending personalized messages without sounding robotic if you make it quite short. So the best way, I think, to actually show you this is we have, again, I'm going to refer to my own product here because I don't exactly remember what the text is, but we have yeah, see, there we go. We have the conversion script here. Yeah, this one actually never got completed 100%. Yeah, attract leads, and then here on the how to do it step by step, we have the make a quick demo video, and then this is how to, my bad here, craft file misstatements. Here we go. Where is the message? LinkedIn. Here we go. There we go. So this is what my sponsorship manager told me. Like, if you were to try to get people from LinkedIn, and he says that you should do an empty connection. So on LinkedIn, you can have a connection that says, hey guy, I saw you did XYZ. You actually don't want to do that. You want to just do an empty connection, pang. Then you do a simple first message, and that is, hey Rawan, are you the creator of Rundown? So you can see the specifics here. Do you see how personalized this one is? Hey Rawan is in the name. And are you the creator of Rundown? So that is the business, right? So I think this message is fantastic, and it's not actually that hard to automate either, because it's literally just finding out their name and finding out their position. So, it could be a little bit robotic if it's like, hey, are you the marketing director of XYZ? And you obviously can see that on LinkedIn. But I think it still works. Here's another one. Hey, Ruben, quick question. How do you use social media and AI? So this one could also be done again and again, personalized. Hey, Jafar, I have a question about your recent investment round. Just curious about cybersecurity. So this could be if you scrape their LinkedIn profile and then you actually see what they posted last. And then you say, hey, I have a question about, and then you refer to what they just posted about. So this could be another idea on how to automate the personalization without being too AI. And yeah, there are some limits and stuff like here, but hopefully you understand that you can try to get these 3 messages here personalized, because these are very high open rate. They're very early in the messaging and everything like that. All right. So yes, but yeah, don't make like really long messages or anything like that. Try to keep it as short and specific as possible, of course. How do I connect NAN to Airtable so AI can fill in fields accurately? Connect NAN and Airtable. This one is pretty simple, so I'm not even sure what I'm going to include this one. That one is really simple. So it's like a ChatGPT question. But if you just are in NAN and you just go Airtable and you pull up any of them, like for example, create record, you have to do this in the beginning anyways. You have just go to OAuth, and here you just make a new connection. So you have to make a new connection here. And how you actually do it is you just click on this open docs. Then in the prerequisites, you can do in 1 out of 2 ways. You can do the OAuth or you can do the personal access token. I like to do the OAuth, so I just always search. It's actually pretty crazy how many times I've done this now. But yeah, here is the OAuth, and basically you need to click on this link here, OAuth integrations page. That is going to take you to Airtable. You have to click on register new OAuth. You say blah, and then you say the OAuth redirect URL, which is inside of here. So you just copy and paste this one. I'm not going to make a new one though, but I'll go to the next step. Register integration. And then here you have the client ID. So that is what you're going to put inside of here. And then on top of that, the client secret, you have to click on this plus icon. And then one last step, which is you have to make sure to save the changes in the bottom. Some people are like, how can I not do this? And I'm like, you didn't save. And I've actually done that. That's my mistake. So that's how to connect Airtable and NAN. Pretty simple stuff. It's not like with, for example, Google Drive, which is a little bit harder. Takes a couple more steps. Easy. I see that we have about 20 minutes left. I'm not sure if you have any questions, Sasha. But I would love to talk to you a little bit at the end here, if there's anything that you would want to ask, or if you want to hop on.
No questions yet, Sas. Go ahead. We can talk at the end.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes left. I don't know how long your question is.
No, it's just not long questions. Maybe you go through your fuller question. I ask you at the end. Just go ahead first and I'll ask you afterwards. That's okay.
I'm going to try to do yeah, that's cool. I'm going to try to do a couple more questions here probably, and then and we'll see at the end there. Awesome. Let's see. The next one here is my workflow keeps breaking when AI output changes. How do I fix that when the AI output changes? Well, of course, it's like, honestly, there's like not that many times it breaks anymore, I feel like, but maybe that's my skill level going up. So if your workflow keeps breaking, the AI output, so I think that may be the problem then. If your AI output changes, maybe try to make it so that it doesn't change too much. There has been some outputs that have, for example, they have like line breaks that looks like this. So there might be paragraphs and stuff like that, and they have a lot of line breaks, or maybe they have like a a couple of things like this, like symbols that don't actually work in some other software. So maybe that is going back to the consistency, and the consistency question was obviously templatize it, or the assistant where you give examples of output. That really is how to fix it. Yeah, if it's breaking, the main reason any of mine break anymore is if there's an update internally in the software or something like that. But some of the automations that I have now, I haven't really fixed for a long time. So they're still working, and I'm just going like, yep, I'm not gonna touch this. I'm just gonna keep keep it how it is. Haven't even checked the automation in NAN. I just have a button that I just click. All right, so the next one here, how do I build a workflow that filters spam, organizes good messages, and drafts replies? So this one is a little bit too long for me to answer right now, so I'm just going to drop this one, but it's a little bit of categorization, etc., connecting with Google Drive or whatever email platform that you use. You can figure that out pretty easily. Can NAN take long transcript and extract action items reliably? So this is a great question. So long transcripts, long transcript. The question is how long, right? How long? Because what is the context window of ChatGPT API? If you do GPT-5 mini, give me all context window of the models. So it really depends, but this is a context length answer. So it's going to depend on the model you use. But if it's, for example, let's see here, 40,000 tokens for the reasoning models. So the GPT-5, and so in that case, it is a lot. If you do GPT 4.1 mini and nano, which we use a lot inside of AI Mate, you can do up to 1 million tokens. So that's really crazy. And those are really cheap with the mini and nano, the super cheap. So the question is how many words? How many words is 1 million tokens? There we go. There we go. 400,000 tokens are approximately 1.6 million characters. Sasha is saying, and here in the chat, in ChatGPT, 1 million tokens is about 7,000. Wait, what? 1 million tokens is about 750,000 words. Damn. I feel like this is not real, is it? So I really need to do more research on this thing in particular, because my intuition right now is saying you should put it in RAG, because then you have the vector base. So I really need to get a good answer to this question, because it really depends on, like, it's kind of like the needle in the haystack question, which they do on benchmarks. So it's really hard to actually say. So if your transcript is, for example, 1,500 words, which is about 10 minutes or so, then, you know, if you do an hour, such thing here as well, but keep in mind, this is the total context. If you ask too many questions, it will lose the context exactly right. So you have that in there as well. But I'm thinking if you do like in an automation sense, you actually don't, you just have one input. And if that input is fine in the context length, then it should be fine on the API side, because in the chat GPT, of course, if you write many different chats, it starts losing its context and everything like that. No great answer to this. I would say if you're within maybe 1,000 words, 10,000 words, test with 10,000 words, and then if that doesn't work, go into RAG. But I feel like my intuition is saying go with RAG, and so you can do something like Pine Cone Vector. Maybe they have even, yeah. So here, for example, is a vector database. And so if you have a lot of characters, you just store it in there. And how it actually gets the information now, if you store it in RAG, is kind of like you're doing 4D chess, you know? Nobody actually knows how it works. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have a feeling that you should do RAG here. And if I would bet on it, if I had to do something, I would definitely put it in RAG. If I had to if I had to win a contest or a bet like $1,000 on it actually finding the needle in the haystack, I would definitely go with RAG. Anyways, the last one is, what's the difference between using AI inside NAN versus using ChatGPT plugins or assistants? Oh my God, so many things. But I'm going to keep it short so I can talk with Sasha here as well. What's the difference using AI inside NAN? So basically auto versus no auto. So if you use a ChatGPT plugin, it's not going to do it automatically. Like you can't set up a trigger that triggers ChatGPT inside of ChatGPT. So you can't set up watch triggers. I mean, now you have like the agents, but it's so bad. So yeah, don't use any OpenAI products for automation yet. Even the computer use is not really that good. So yeah, everything you want to do automatically, like if you want automation and you want AI to do things when stuff triggers or at a time of a day you get a PDF, use a NAN instead of ChatGPT plugins or assistants. Hopefully that was some good questions and that you enjoyed this live here as well. There was a bunch more questions, but I was just going off on too many tangents today. I had such a good time in Krabi with my friends, having the time of our life. I just came home literally on the airplane today, so it's good to be back. And I needed a little vacation before I go absolutely ham, which is December times. But yeah, that is about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to watch this every single Thursday. We're going to have it on the next Thursday as well. We might be changing some times in December because there's coming a lot of holiday stuff and everything like that. But until then, peace and love. I'll see you guys next time.